evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay. This is a message from HealthGeth, who John worked with a very long time, and this is written by Asia Russell, one of his very close friends. So, Asia's in Uganda right now, so I promise I will read this. So bear with me. Any of you that know Asia and know her writing style know I'm going to have a hard time reading this. John Bell was an AIDS warrior. He and his spirit and ferocity, and the ferocity he ignited in other activists, is why more than 8 million people in the poorest countries in the world have access to HIV treatment, including more than 6 million in sub-Saharan Africa, a 100-fold increase in access to treatment in nearly 10 years. In HealthGeth, we remember John Bell not only as a local Philadelphia community organizer, legend, activist, teacher, mentor, and protester against all forms of injustice, but also as an engine driving grassroots mobilization in support of global treatment access. We would not be where we are today if it had not been for his vision. Maybe people tonight do not know about the particular achievement in his rich and complex but global treatment access work was the first solidarity work he did as an AIDS activist and a community leader in Philadelphia, and he was amazing at it. He helped explode the racist myth not only that life-saving treatment access could never work in poor countries, but also the myth that communities primarily of low income, primarily low people of color in the U.S. only gave a damn about local campaigns and issues. He did not always think that, and in fact, his transformation from someone skeptical at best of the notion of demanding access to generic AIDS drugs in African countries to a fervent and committed expert made him incredibly effective activist for treatment and scale-up, particularly in Philadelphia as a leader. In fact, the first time he decided to do civil disobedience was in 1999, was at an overwhelmingly powerful protest at the office of the U.S. Trade Representative in Washington, D.C. It was the final disobedience of another hero, Kiyoshi Kurima, and John's first. I still remember watching him from behind the megaphone. He was wearing green trousers and red shoes. While the police dragged him away. He was proud, fierce, and angry, and compelling. Everyone watching him, including the hundreds of people who came with him that day from Philadelphia to join his conviction and courage. The purpose of that protest was to demand the Clinton administration in power at the time stop punishing poor countries for promoting access to low-cost generic medicines. Within months, the administration gave up on that failed policy, a direct consequence of activist pressure, including the informed, brilliant rage of John Bell that day. John's achievements spanned many movements, from anti-globalization activism to demanding access to life-saving HIV prevention education and condoms in our Philadelphia jails. If he were here today, he would be haranguing us about how much work there is to still do with finally the justice we are fighting for. In that spirit of gentle haranguing, which is so familiar in any John Bell conversation, and to honor his conviction, please take a moment to reflect on how you can join and support ACT UP Philadelphia's incredible groundbreaking campaigns for local and global justice. Thank you.